Did you know that one of the best literary hidden gems in England is sandwiched between the historic Durham Cathedral and Durham Castle? This is Bishop Cosin's Library, and it's a must visit for reading lovers, Potterheads, or those that love dark academia vibes. Here's how to visit when you're in the historic city of Durham. Let's go. Hello there and welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Sophie from Third Eye Traveller and I make magical videos from places that feel like a fairy tale. Today I'm here in the historic city of Durham and I'm going to be visiting the magical Cosin's Library. Now if you haven't heard of Cosin's Library, it's a historic 17th century John Cosin's opened in the 17th century to give people access to good books. Now it's a bit of a hidden gem here in the Palace Green Library. I hadn't heard of it until a couple of years ago, but it's been on my bucket list ever since and I can't wait to take you with me. You do have to have a timed entry ticket to go and see this because of conservation purposes, but it's well worth your time if you manage to snag one. So let's go and have a look inside this incredible historic library here in Durham. So yes, to visit Bishop Cosin's Library you do need a ticket and you can book those on Eventbrite. On the day of your visit, you'll need to make your way up to the Durham Cathedral area and the castle area, and this is a wonderful historic part of Durham. Of course, if you didn't know, Durham Castle is actually a university building, and the library is located inside Palace Green Library, which forms part of Durham University. So when your time slot is near, make sure to head into the Palace Green building and report to reception to say that you're there to visit the library. The kind staff will then walk you down to the holding room or the exchequer room, where they will then unlock this incredible literary gem for you. And I'm telling you, I was absolutely amazed by this library. As you can see, it has beautiful dark oak bookshelves, portraits, and lots of antique books, and I just couldn't believe where I was standing. Bishop Cosin's Library is often referred to as one of the Northeast's greatest literary treasures. It's one of the earliest still surviving public libraries in this part of the country and has over 4,400 books in its collection, including medieval manuscripts and precious Bibles. Many of the books inside were part of Cosin's personal collection, and he donated them to give the general public access to good books in the 17th century. The volumes contained in this beautiful place haven't moved from their original location in over 350 years, and it's still a working library today. Bishop John Cosin founded the Episcopal Library of the Bishop of Durham in 1669. After the disastrous events of the English Civil War, there was a need to re-establish bishop authority in the north of England. Cosin was also a lover of learning through books and served as a librarian to another bishop in his earlier years, so he decided to open a public library of his own next to Durham Cathedral. In the 17th century, public libraries were rare and only certain members of society were allowed in. Originally, Cosin's library was only open to members of the clergy, lawyers, and esteemed gentlemen. The Latin motto for his new place of learning was Non minima eruditionis est bono nocere libros. This translates to not the least part of learning is the knowledge of good books, and you can still see this motto above the door of the library today. And simply put, he wanted the public to have access to and be familiar with the types of books in his library. Cosin personally oversaw the first collection and catalogue, and many of these are theological works, but there are also books on history, ancient Roman Greek classics, law, and philosophy. As well as donating a number of books from his personal collection, he also spent some £2,000 on books for the library, and according to inflation calculators, this is estimated to have been around £500,000, which is no small sum. The room to contain the books cost £500 to build and was overseen by John Langstaff, who was a local Quaker. After Cosin died, the books continued to be used by Durham University, and it's still a popular place to this day that is used by students and locals alike. I thoroughly enjoyed my visit to Bishop Cosin's library, and as a Potterhead at heart, I absolutely thought that this reminded me of Hogwarts Library, and it is well worth going inside. As I said, tickets are completely free, you just have to book through Eventbrite, but it is well worth doing as there's just so much beautiful books and history to uncover here. The only sad thing is that visits are only half an hour and I really didn't want to leave, but if you're not ready to leave the Palace Green Library building just yet, they have some wonderful free exhibitions that you can visit. They have a Durham Down Under exhibition, which is a history museum about some of the local discoveries made in the area. On my visit, they had a penned and printed exhibition, which had some more of Bishop Cosin's books that he published. They had some brilliant ones on local medicine and just some stories and books that had been printed in the local area. They also had some great and fascinating exhibitions about the suffragettes and lots of other Durham residents. Another exhibition that you might want to visit is the archaeological exhibition. This was absolutely fabulous and really gave you an overview of some of the discoveries that they've made on archaeological digs of the area. You could see Bronze Age skulls and weapons that they've uncovered over time. They also had some Roman ceramics and things like that, and medieval weapons. So definitely take some time to have a look. It's completely free, and you can even dress up as a Viking or a Roman if you wanted to. And no visit to Palace Green would be complete without heading inside Durham Cathedral. And as you can see, the weather was awful, so I definitely made a beeline straight into the cathedral with the cloisters, which is a famous Harry Potter filming location. That's right, if you love Harry Potter, you will definitely want to head into the cathedral, as the cloisters here acted as the backdrop for Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. The historic city of Durham has plenty of attractions, but if you are a Potterhead, then you will absolutely love popping into Durham Cathedral cloisters, as this is where they filmed Harry Potter. I'm here to visit the Cosin's library, but I couldn't resist coming in here to see this Harry Potter film set. Of course, Cosin Library has this Harry Potter-esque feel to it, especially with the spiral staircases and the good old-fashioned books. So yeah, I thought I'd come in and show you some of the cloisters here and some of the filming locations for Harry Potter. And funnily enough, I'm actually filming this on Back to Hogwarts Day. So if you are celebrating, happy Back to Hogwarts Day to you, and I hope you enjoy your ticket to Hogwarts. So after my library visit, I was dying for a coffee and cake, so I headed into the Durham Cathedral Cafe. It is absolutely beautiful and definitely gives off Hogwarts vibes with these wonderful stone arch ceilings. But yes, Harry Potter was filmed at Durham Cathedral, and there are many places from the movies that you will recognize in this quadrant courtyard. Many of the corridors acted as the backdrop for Hogwarts cloisters and corridors. You can see the entrance to Fluffy's lair, you can see where Harry holds Hedwig, you can also see where they practice Quidditch and where Dobby was freed with the sock. Now, I couldn't visit on this occasion, but they also have the chapter house, which was where Professor McGonagall's classroom was filmed as well. But this room usually requires you to go on a guided tour. I have done this before and I definitely recommend it. But yes, Harry Potter fans will absolutely love visiting this cathedral, as there are so many great photo opportunities where you can walk up and down the corridors in your robes. Lots of people come here with their wands and recreate being at Hogwarts. It's completely free to visit the cathedral, but donations are always appreciated to help with the upkeep. So I've now finished my visit to the incredible Cosin's Library in Durham, and it was absolutely magical and everything I could have dreamt of. I highly recommend booking tickets for it if you come to Durham. They are open from Wednesday to Sunday, and you can get a timed entry ticket for half an hour in the most magical historic library in the Northeast. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed our visit today. If you want more videos like this, please remember to give it a thumbs up or subscribe for more magic. I'll see you next time. Bye.